What's up, Internet? My name is AppSlug, and welcome back to AppSlug, the show where I look at Android apps on my Galaxy S5, and today we're taking a look at MMX Racing, or more specifically, WWE versus MMX Racing on the Google Play Store. As you can see here, I have called my truck Sweet Chin Music, and unfortunately, that's about all the WWE content I have access to, because that shit costs money. Spoiler. This is a free-to-play game, and yes, occasionally you get races against WWE trucks. I'm going to show you how this game works. I'm going to hit race. You can see there, I actually do have a WWE event to play. Those don't come up that often. You can't constantly play them unless you actually buy one of those trucks, and I'll get into that in a second. But first things first, how does the game play? How is this monster truck game set up? How is it formatted? It is a pretty simple one-touch game. And the actual way that the racing works is pretty simple, not dissimilar to something like John Cena's Fastlane, which was also a, not a very good game. This game obviously looks nice, sounds nice, has a good presentation. You see here, I want to keep the gas in the green by the center to get awesome. Then you hold it down, and when there's a green line in between your front and back tires, you let go. And then when your tires hit the ground, you push the gas again. That is the extent of the controls in this game. There is nothing more complicated than that. It is all timing, and that is about how long the races last. Now, you can see in the center, there is a 9 number. That is the amount of tickets I have, and different events cost different amounts of tickets. And when you run out of tickets, you have two choices. Either A, wait, like most free-to-play games, or B, pay them some money to buy more tickets. And obviously, I'm not going to do that. So I've played enough of this to get my truck to this point. You can see here I can hit upgrade. If you have enough coins to upgrade, you can. There are a variety of categories. So I have played a fair amount of this game because I was hoping for more WWE content, but there isn't really any, and I'll show you why. Also, you got different things to get bonuses for the crowd. You can go with different colors. I give it a mustache. That's a mustache is always funny. So, when I get into race here, I'm going to explain what this race screen means. So there are 4 events at any given time. The big event there, the difficulty changes depending on how much you have upgraded your truck. Right? So obviously, win races, get money, do upgrades, and then you can climb the ladder to get into a different class. Now, you can see here I am in the C class. The B class, I can either come in first and beat that C class after, a bunch of races, or I can straight up spend the free currency, which is the currency you earn, which is, a couple hundred per race, to buy a truck. And how much does the cheapest B class truck cost you in the currency that you can earn? 18,000. So yeah, a lot of races before you get that B class truck. Now, obviously, you say, I want to just play A class. Those are what you think of when you think of monster trucks. That's 40,000. And obviously, they scale up the higher you go here with the different trucks. But that right there is a currency you only get when you level up, or it is a paid currency. So obviously, you can buy a bunch of those G's. I'm guessing the G stands for gold. But you can see there, in the upper right, in between the in-game currency and the bought currency, is the WWE currency. And I don't know if there's any way to get that outside of straight up buying it. So we're going to go through what the trucks are here. Lucha Dragons, Page, what is the Big Show? What's that? I want to know, is that a similar truck to what the Big Show had in Crush Hour? Because it feels like it is. The Dead Man in like the A-Team band, which is weird. World's Strongest Man. And you see here, you straight up, just, not even just the currency, just, hey, give us $5. Like, no, that's not going to happen. The game, Triple H is $10. No. John Cena sucks. He's $14. Like, what? And then, win in multiplayer. win in multiplayer. I'm actually not sure. I actually didn't hit preview, so I'm going to see what preview does here with the John Cena car. What does preview do? Oh, you can just kind of make the flames come out. Okay. Like the tires get bigger and the... Yeah, okay. Sure. Let's go to... Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! By God! Yeah, that's a weird feature. Anyway, so that is the thing with that, but as you can see in my event schedule, occasionally, when you're on race here, occasionally you get a WWE event. So we're going to hit race on that, and that lets you pick, like, you get to play as a random truck in that. You don't get to choose. You get to play as a random truck, and they're loaning it to you, and you play a random track, and you get to see, okay, here's what it would be like if I actually spent money on it. So apparently I'm the game, and I'm fighting, is that Taker or Mark Henry? I can't actually tell. Mark Henry, okay. So, and then we're going to kind of, you know, just do that there, and get it into the awesome range, and then we're going to go race against Mark Henry here. So you smash through trucks in this one for some reason. I haven't seen any car-crushing stuff yet, but perhaps that's in a higher class. Obviously, I'm still in the C class, and I would not have seen that stuff yet, but I have not seen any car-crushing in the time I spent with this game thus far. That was too early. But I still totally... Oh, hey, Total Divas. I still totally... obliterated Mark Henry there, which is what Triple H would do. And then you earn, you know, the in-game currency. You get 1,000. So if I were to win 18 races and got 1,000 for those 18 races, which obviously you don't, because you get, you know, like usually 500 or 600. So, you know, 40 or 50 races, and then you can spend the 18,000 to get into a higher class. And then obviously, the higher the classes, the more things cost. When it gets to, you know, the 40 to 100,000 range, that's kind of ridiculous. This guy's always like, hey, you want to spend more of your stuff to upgrade? And I'm like, I'll do it when I fucking feel like it. So, there are also other events in here. You know, the Daily Challenge, David vs. Goliath is actually your truck versus a big truck, like a higher class truck. And, you know, that's interesting because obviously they have a better engine than you do. So actually, it's a bit more difficult. But otherwise, the gameplay is pretty much the same damn thing across the board. You see there, that guy's in a huge truck. I'm going to try to beat him here if we can. But see here, he's way faster, but his racing line is going to be a little bit different than mine. I was way late. So you always want to just let go in between the front and back wheels. And when a wheel, any of them, hits the ground, you want to hit the gas again. That is all there is to the controls here. Super simple. It is a visually satisfying but very shallow video game that just wants you to keep pumping money into it to actually get anywhere. Otherwise, it would take you a long ass time to actually play because you only get so many tickets per, you know, X amount of hours, more or less. So, I don't know if there's anything else to be said about MMX Racing versus WWE. I was hoping there'd be more WWE content, but that shit is all behind a paywall, and obviously I don't spend money on free-to-play games. Like, if you want to have a full-featured game to spend money on, I will spend money on a full-featured game, but fuck your free-to-play hamster wheel bullshit. I don't play that. So, that being said, I am AppSlug. This has been AppSlug. This has been MMX Racing versus WWE, and I was racing as Sweet Chin Music. So, I will tell you that my voice is kind of shot. That's okay. Hopefully more videos coming soon. And, is that it? I think that's it. I don't think there are any other... Oh, of course. How much does this stuff cost? Let's go to the store and find out. So here is the gold. You can spend up to 40 bucks on the gold currency. You can actually buy the currency you earn for 40 bucks, or you can buy the WWE currency for up to $80. $80. That being said, Do not spend money on free-to-play games unless you know that you're going to be playing that game for a long fucking time, because it is just not worth it. The value is not there. Please buy games that are actually fully featured games. This thing is barely a game. But hey, it's better than John Cena's Fastlane, so I'll give it that much. Anyway, that being said, this is MMX Racing. I am AppSlug, and I will see you next time! Hopefully. Right here on this channel. And I'm out.